All right, the first thing we want to do is take your ruler. All right, we're going to work on the main body of the air dragster. You want to line your ruler, the 0, on the edge of the paper. Right, and we're going to measure out 10.2 centimeters and put a little mark on your page. All right, and then what you want to do is come down the page and do the same thing. All right, at the 10.2 mark, make sure your 0 is on the edge of the paper and make another little mark. And then what you want to do is take your ruler, put your pencil on one of the marks, and then line it up with the top mark you made and make a nice, neat, straight line down your page. All right, so this distance here is now the 10.2, the width of your air slider. All right, the next two lines we're going to put in is the part where it's going to bend eventually. So just like what we did before, we're going to measure from the 0. This time we're going to go out 1.2 centimeters. We're going to do the same thing from this line, but go back 1.2. So 10.2 minus 1.2 will end up at 9 centimeters. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing down the page, 1.2, and at 9. And then, just like we did with the first line, we're going to connect our two dots and make a nice neat line. And then do the same thing with the other two dots on the other side of the page. Nice and neat. All right, so it should look like that. The next thing we want to do, from the back of the air slider, we're going to measure out 7.7 centimeters. Come down a little ways. 7.7. And then connect those two lines. All right, so there's 2 more lines we have to put on. We don't have to do any measuring. We just have to connect from the inside corner to the outside. So using your ruler or a straight edge, make a nice neat line. And then do the exact same thing to the other side. Okay, so when you're done, that is what the drawing of the air slider should look like. All right, next what we're going to work on in this top corner, we're going to use the edge of the paper to make it easier. We're going to start working on the air scoop. All right, so from this edge, I would like you to measure, all right, 9.8 centimeters. Come down the page a little ways and do the same thing. 9.8. All right, and what we want to do is connect those two dots. You don't want to go all the way down the page. All right, nice and neat. Rotate your paper. So this distance from this line to the edge of my paper is 9.8. Now, from this edge, I want to measure 10.2. Come down the page a little bit. 10.2. And then connect those two lines. So at this point, we will have a rectangle. So this distance is 10.2 centimeters from there to the edge. And then from this edge to this line is 9.8 centimeters. All right, it's important that you have this page in the right direction when we draw the inside lines. So it's almost like what we did with the main body. What we're going to do here All right, from this edge, instead of 1.2, this time it's 1.1. All right, from each edge. So this is 9.8. I'm going to go back to 8.7 and then come down the page and do the same thing. 1.1 and 8.7. And then like what we've done before, we're going to connect those lines or dots and make a nice neat line. And we're almost done. All right, so what I want to do now, from this line and this line, I'm going to measure out 3 millimeters. So it doesn't matter where you start. I'm going to count 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. Make a little mark. Do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3. Make a mark. And then what we're going to do is go from that mark to the outside corner. Okay, and the same thing here. From this mark to the outside corner. All right, and there is your air scoop.